All right, so I wanted to make a really quick video on Pallet Pro and some of the things that you can do inside of Pallet Pro. Really, just want to give you just kind of a brief rundown of Pallet Pro itself and show you like some real quick things. So that way, like if you've never done anything with Pallet Pro, you can kind of have like a little bit of a head start. So like we created this cell with a backup. One of the like really important things with Pallet Pro, you have your unit loads right here. So like if you're familiar with like Handling Pro, but you're not familiar with like the Pallet Pro, these unit loads are basically your exact patterns for your different pallets. So I'll go ahead and select one of these, and our unit load will load up here. Oh, maybe it'll load. So here is what shows like what box number each box is. So these numbers are just identifiers. It doesn't mean that this is actually going to place in this order right here. You actually have to go to this palletizing parameter screen, and it will. This is where you will set up which ones pick together. So which boxes pick together. So this is your first pick right here. So this is like pick one, pick two, pick three. And so for pick one, we're actually going to pick three boxes at a time. And we're going to be picking box one, two, and three. So that's going to pick box one, two, and three. So this box is, or this robot is picking three boxes from the in-feed conveyor and then placing them over to the pallet. Okay, but not every pick will be three boxes. So, for example, this pick here is going to be two boxes. So it's going to be grabbing 10 and 11. So 10 and 11 are going to go there. So we placed 1, 2, 3 as pick one. Pick 2, 10 and 11. Pick 3 is going to be 12, 13. Then pick 4 and then pick 6 are both independent boxes. So just a singular box. Then we're going to go back to picking two boxes, 14 and 15. So then it's going to pick and place these two boxes. Then we're going to do another single one for number 5. And then we're going to do another triple one for 9, 8, 7. And whenever it has this and right here, and means that it's going to drop all the boxes off together. There's also an option here to do a then. So what then will do is it'll drop off one box. So it'll pick up all boxes together, and then it'll then drop off them independently. So if I said then, it would drop off 9, and then 8, and then 7. Or I could have this as like and then this one is then. So it'll drop off 9 and 8 together, then 7. If I make this one right here, then. That's kind of just some quick things. If you want to flip your layers here. Oh, what happened? Well, this is where you would see if a layer is flipped or not flipped. See how they all say normal because we don't have any flips inside of here. Also, this is where you can set what type of gripper you have, whether you're doing a single case, double case, triple case. And it doesn't have to be a gripper. This is just how you want to pick it. Maybe you have a box that it just makes sense that it's a single pick box. Maybe it's a larger box, or it could be any particular preference. Again, I don't want to go too deep into this. I just want to kind of give you a brief overview of it. And one of the big things that I wanted to point out, if you make a Pallet Pro backup or create a RoboGuide cell from a backup, that these unit loads won't load in here a lot of times. And so what you have to do is you have to go File, Upload, Browse, from backup directory. Now, if you already loaded them into your work cell, they could be in your work cell as well. Or you could go backup directory, Browse, and then just go down to go find your all the above folder, click it, hit OK, and then you'll see a bunch of files populate here. Maybe I can just go ahead and do that real quick. I should have just did it. So it's selected there, okay, and now you can see these populated. So these PMUL those are your unit loads right there. And then there's a few other things that doesn't come along with it as well that get loaded in. So just so you have that with you, because again, your unit loads won't be in here, and if you don't have your unit loads, then it's pretty useless, especially if you're not working with a brand new cell and you're working with an existing cell. Another thing that loads in too is your in-feed conveyor 1, your in-feed conveyor 2, your pallet 1, or whatever's there, right? No matter how many, like, whatever in-feeds you have or pallets you have, it'll load in all these things if you pulled this from an all the above backup. But they're not there until you do that file upload. So stay tuned, subscribe. I might post some more videos of doing some Pallet Pro, like as I go through it. But yeah, hopefully this was valuable and helped you get through a few things. I will add one last thing before we go. This is your box dimension. This is your pallet dimension. So you set your pallet size here, and then you set your box size here. Peace out, guys.